Joining us now are political insiders Tony May and Charlie Giroux, here to talk about the Democratic National Convention, and the talk of the day seems to be former President Bill Clinton.
It is. So let's start with Tony. Could he have done any better?
He could have spoken in 10 minutes shorter, I think. But short of that, I mean, it was a fantastic speech. It drew a clear contrast between the two candidates for president, something that needed to be done, and I think he did it. And the amazing thing about it to me, our daily paper here in Harrisburg, they did a poll today, an online poll, not scientific, but they got 2,500 responses. Of those 2,500, 1,700 people gave Bill Clinton an A.
But does that mean they're going to vote for President Obama?
That's been resolved.
Well, that's a fair question.
This was vintage Bill Clinton. You know, he had the finger wagging. You could almost hear him say, "I did not have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky."
Oh, come on. You're going to go
You could
there?
almost hear those words coming out of his mouth.
Thank you, Ann Coulter.
And this is coming from a man who has had incredibly bad things to say about Obama and his policies over the years, somebody who he didn't even speak to for several months into his presidency. So it's a real turnaround. But Tony hit at something seriously true. It created the contrast between the two candidates. And the president who told us that the era of big government is over was out last night giving a fairly full-throated defense of big government at its worst.
Well, now, was it too good, though? A lot of people are saying now President Obama has to follow in those footsteps.
Well, I think he's got a real, he's got Ann Romney, and then he has Michelle Obama. Now he has Bill Clinton. It is setting a very high bar for the president. And I think one of the things that he does need to do, and this is, I think, a fair comment, nonpartisan, he needs to give a vision of what the next 4 years will be like. We know that things haven't been great. If you like the president, you're willing to say he was dealt a lousy hand and he's doing much, much better. But where are we going from here?
Exactly.
The critics said, though, last night that President Clinton did a better job of explaining what the Obama administration has done than the Obama administration can do. So, Charlie, with that criticism in hand, what can the president do to try to...
Well, he's got some big shoes to fill tonight. I mean, in all seriousness, Bill Clinton is the rock star of the Democratic Party. There's no question about that. And he did a great job for his sometimes nemesis, Barack Obama, last night. So he's got some big shoes to fill. You know, if Joe Biden doesn't eat up all the time tonight in prime time, he'll get a chance to do that. But, I mean, he's got a tough order. Telling the American people that things aren't as bad as they could be is not a winning message. Well, and he is the president who told us 3 years ago. But Tony, he told the American people that if he couldn't clean things up in 3 years, he would be a one-term president. That is the legacy of this administration. It's a tough thing to...
He doesn't say it that way, and it's been repeated that way. But if you listen to it, he just says, "I won't be here.
Wow.
I won't be reelected."
That's a distinction without a difference, my friend.
He didn't make a promise that he would change everything.
No, but he said, if I can't, the American
being
people...
an optimist?
If I can't do the job, the American people will replace me. That's correct.
That's the way it works.
We heard from Randall Pinkston, who was live just before the break, that he is going to check off his list of accomplishments. We even heard a soundbite from a supporter saying he's going to check off a long, long list of accomplishments.
Well, then he won't need that much time.
Okay. Well,
Tony, you got to respond to that.
And I repeat what I said. It's not simply, are we doing better than we did 4 years ago? It's where are we going from here? Every election comes down to a choice of two, Mr. A or Mr. B. And he has to draw that contrast, and he has to say where this country is headed, and he's the man to get us there.
All right, we'll see what happens. Tony May, Charlie Giroux, thank you guys so much. Of course, you can see our political insiders here usually every Tuesday night for their take on politics.
There's a big convention, then we bring them in.